In today's video, we will take a look at 6 of the new features released in Apple's iOS 14 software, and for the screenshots, I will be using an iPhone 7 running iOS 14.4. Hopefully your platform is similar. There are probably tens of thousands of videos available on YouTube with similar content, and what I found with many of them is that they cover dozens of features in 10 to 20 minutes, and at the end of the video, I didn't remember most of what I saw. The other challenge is that topics are often covered very quickly, and while I was busy trying to get to some of the features, the presenter had already moved on to 5 more. So I ended up stopping and backing up the video several times to try and figure out the missed content, which was frustrating. Today we will look at 6 new features in iOS 14. For each one, you will have screenshots that clearly show the steps taken, and there will be time for you to follow along. Let's get started. Feature number 1 relates to ease of access between home screens. Previously, you had to swipe left or right to get to your home screens, but with iOS 14, a new feature is enabled. The home screen in this example has 8 dots at the bottom representing 8 unique pages. Quickly move between home pages, touch one of the dots, and while keeping your finger on the screen, slide left and right. As you do, the home pages will quickly change on the screen. Feature number 2. The App Library. iOS 14 takes all your apps and organizes them into groups. Or at least the way the software engineers thought that they should be grouped. To access the App Library, swipe left to your last home page and swipe once more. The App Library is now presented, and if you have a lot of apps and groupings, then you will need to swipe up to see them all. In the Utilities group on this page, you will notice 3 large icons and 1 small icon composed of 4 smaller pictures. The 3 larger icons can be used to launch the apps represented by each, and in this case it would be Safari, Voice Recorder and Netgear. The 4th icon in the lower right corner can be used to open up a new page that shows all the other icons that are also included in the Utilities group. Notice that the 3 larger icons from the previous page, Safari, Voice Recorder and Netgear, also appear here. One neat feature of groups is that the apps are now organized alphabetically, which makes them a lot easier to find. Feature number 3 shows how to add widgets or custom apps to your home screen, and in order to do this, it will be necessary to access Apple's Wiggle mode on any of our home screens. First of all, let's explain what this is. Wiggle or jiggle mode is the configuration that allows icons on the home screens to be manipulated, deleted or moved to other screens. In iOS 14, simply touch and hold a blank spot on any of your home screens for about 2 seconds and then let go once the icon starts wiggling or jiggling. Also notice that a minus sign appears at the top left corner of each icon, and there is a plus sign in the top right corner of the main screen. This plus sign is what allows you to add additional apps and widgets to your home screen, and Apple has pre-configured some apps that might be of interest, so let's try it. Press and hold a blank area of your screen for about 2 seconds. Let go once the icons start to wiggle. For this example, we will add the weather widget to the home screen, so go ahead and touch the plus symbol in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. The widget page presents a search bar, and as the weather widget is already visible here, we will select it. Tap the weather widget. Confirm addition to home screen by tapping the blue bar. The weather app now appears on our selected home page. You can add additional widgets by tapping the plus sign again, or simply cancel out of wiggle mode. To do this, tap on an empty section of the screen or hit the home button. The software will use your current location to set up the weather, and if you would like to change the location, tap and hold the weather widget. An options page opens, allowing you to now edit the weather location or city, and you can also delete the stack from the page. Feature number 4 can be used to pin a conversation to the top of our message page. If you need to regularly contact someone, it is helpful to have their contact information at the tip of your fingers. You may wish to use this feature with discretion, as adding too many to the top will quickly reduce the size of the remaining window for messages. Launch your message app by hitting the green message bubble on the bottom tray. For this example, I'm going to pin the conversation from Scotia regarding my supposedly locked-out bank card. There are 2 ways to pin the message conversation to the top of the screen. First, you can tap and hold the message for a couple of seconds. A fly-out menu appears with options to pin, manage alerts, or delete the message. The second way to pin a message to the top is to swipe right on the message and a push pin appears. Swiping left will give you the option to delete the conversation or silence notification. Hit the yellow box with the push pin. The contact now appears as a round icon at the top of the page, and as mentioned, you can pin multiple contacts. To unpin or delete the contact or message, press and hold the contact information. Feature number 5 highlights changes to the native Apple Map app. Tap the map icon. Select an area that you would like to explore. For this example, I've selected an area of Miami Beach in Florida. Note the binoculars that appear on the right-hand side. If the area of the map chosen does not have an available street view, the binoculars will be missing. Tap the binoculars. Street view appears and you can now drag the map around to look in different directions in your selected area. Once you have dragged the map to the location, release for the street view to load. When finished, hit Done in the top right corner. The Search for Place or Address bar gives new features for route mapping, including options for walking, driving, cycling, or traveling by public transit. And here is feature number 6. A new translation app is included in iOS 14 and it is very user-friendly. Locate the app on your home screen, or load it if necessary from the app library. Launch the Translate app. My main screen is configured to translation from English US and translate to French. There are also a couple of panels showing the words and phrases being translated. Touch the English US button at the top left to get to the language selection options. In addition to recent languages used for translation, it displays a list of languages for which the app will work. In this case, English to French France is selected. Scrolling further down the page reveals a list of languages that can be used offline, and these need to be downloaded. This is an awesome feature if you are in an area without access to data or Wi-Fi. Click Done. On this page, we have set up to translate from English to French. The English word is hello, and the French translation is bonjour. In addition to being able to type in the English word or phrase to translate, you are also able to speak the English word or phrase by using the microphone button, and the software will automatically provide the translation. You can then tap the play button to have the software read the French translation to you. On this page, I used the microphone to say, "Hello, how are you?" and the French translation is automatically generated. And there you have it. 6 new and interesting features offered in Apple's new iOS 14 upgrade. Quick access to home pages, app library, adding widgets, pinning message conversations to the top of the message page, map updates, and a new translation app. I hope that the pace of this video will allow you to remember each of these new features and be able to take advantage of them. Since you are still watching, I will highlight a couple of new privacy features to keep an eye out for. The first one has to do with camera access. Anytime the camera app is activated either by you or perhaps another app on your device, there will be a tiny green dot in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. A larger indication would have been more noticeable, and perhaps we can look for this in a future software release. The next privacy feature turns on a small orange dot to the left of the battery status symbol anytime the microphone is in use. So keep an eye out for apps that may unknowingly be using your camera or microphone. Feel free to leave some comments or suggestions for content, and if you found this helpful, then be sure to let me know. And go ahead and subscribe if you would like to get notified when new content is posted.